Welcome everyone, I hope you're having a very wonderful day and welcome to my guide for Black Buck for Parque Fernando. Before we begin, I want to quickly break down how today's guide will work. Our first section will be covering all their locations and hotspots, and our second section will be covering weapon recommendations where I'll recommend 5 of my favorite weapons to hunt these guys with. And then we'll end today's video with the animal profile, which will have a custom map, time zones, ammo chart, and more. Everything you need to make your hunting life 10 times easier. So let's get right into it by quickly going over Black Buck locations. We're going to quickly just cover where they generally reside. So if we go up to north here to these 3 lakes, and basically you just follow these 3 lakes all the way down the center of the map, and everything to the right of it is Black Buck territory. I also do want to point out that they do reside all along this coastline of this gigantic lake here, and their drink time is 18 to 21. I just wanted to give that information out there because I rarely do that because all the drink times are at the end of today's video, but I'm going to be trying something different from here on out with my guide videos. So let's go back to our hotspot really quick just so you guys can take a quick gander at what we're working with here. Now these 2 lakes that I am talking about for hotspots are down in the bottom right corner of the map here. It has this nice little easy access outpost that you can get in between both these lakes pretty easily. And then we're just pull our binoculars out just so we can take a quick look. We have quite a few males here. I should have between maybe 2 to 3 level 4s floating around, but I do not see them. We also had a huge group of them off over here, but their drink time is coming to an end, unfortunately. And we do have another group of black buck over there as well. And we have another group over here as well. So this lake is pretty packed. And I think that's going to pretty much do it for today's section of the black buck locations and hotspots. I'm going to head back to the outpost so I can give my weapon recommendation breakdown. Alrighty folks, so here we are back at the outpost. Before we begin, I'll mention quickly 3 things. First things first is, I'm only going to be covering rifles, handguns, and shotguns. I'll not be covering bows because I'm not a bow expert, so I'll leave that to professionals. Secondly, these are just my personal recommendations and favorites. I always say go out there and explore and see what suits you and what you enjoy playing with. And then lastly, I'll be mentioning all the DLCs these weapons come from in case you want to pick them up for yourself. So let's get right to it with our first rifle of the day. It's probably one of the most top-of-the-line rifles when it comes to taking out small deer. The Ranger 243 is phenomenal. It's a base game rifle you get at the start of the game. Can't recommend enough, and that's pretty much it for that rifle. Moving on to our second rifle, the Mosin Nagant. Now, they have it named differently in here, but I'll just refer to it as the Mosin. It is a very decent rifle for taking out black buck access deer on this map. It's very, very solid. It does not have polymer tip rounds. It only has soft points, so just keep that in mind when you're using it. You're going to want those direct, beautiful side shots, but you can find this bad boy in Weapon Pack 2. Moving on to our third and final rifle day, which in my opinion is the best rifle in all of Call of the Wild for taking out small game. The Lever Action 44 model 1894 is a very solid rifle. You will overpen these deer with the polymer tip rounds, the high pennon rounds. It will go through them and it will drop them immediately. It is beautiful, and you have 6 rounds in there. You can play some pretty decent follow-up shots, and I can't recommend this bad boy enough, and you can find it in the Ambusher Pack DLC. Moving on to handguns, as we recommended the 243 rifle, I'm obviously going to recommend the 243 Kumo Competitor. This thing is a very nifty pistol. It's the second best pistol in the game in my opinion, followed right after the 4570 Jernberg. Now this bad boy has one really cool thing about it compared to all the other pistols. You can put a rifle scope on it, which gives that the advantage of a better zoom. So can't recommend this bad boy enough, and you can find it in the Assorted Sidearms Weapon Pack. Moving on to our final weapon of the day, and if most of you watch these guide videos, you probably automatically know what I'm about to recommend. The Norden 20 gauge. It's a very reliable shotgun in my opinion. You have 3 rounds in it, decent recoil on it, it's semi-auto. You're not going to be able to use slugs, to be quite honest with it, with these black buck, as it covers class 4 and up, but you will be able to use the buckshot on it and pop off 2 quick rounds on them. So I highly recommend using this on black buck. I've used it a little bit. It's very solid, it's very nifty, and you can find it in the Duck and Cover Pack DLC. That's pretty much going to be it for our weapon recommendation. I'm going to head over to the animal profile, so I'll see you guys just over there in a moment. And here we are, folks, at the end of today's video. Before I let you guys go, I'm going to do a quick animal profile breakdown. Starting on the left-hand side, we have all of our basic black buck information. We have our class, difficulty, silver, gold, diamond threshold. We have our weight from least to greatest in kilograms in pounds. We have our fur types covering common, uncommon, rare, and very rare. Moving to the center of the map here, we pretty much covered all that information at the first section of today's video. Moving on top right-hand corner, we have all of our time zones nice and organized for you. And then below that, we have our ammo chart for those full integrity kills. That pretty much does it for today's video, folks. If it does help you out, please drop a like. It really helps the channel out. And with that out of the way, I hope you guys have a very wonderful day. Happy hunting, good luck, and I will see you guys in the next one.